So we're going to talk about the problems about the tracking. So at the moment it's tracking quite nicely. It's getting a fairly good reading. At the moment it's just lost it. So this one problem is that the original image that we took, because of the actual item at the moment, as you can see, it's got multiple colours, does allow the system to track a lot better because it's got more to compare it to. As you can just see, it's just lost it, and so that just showing you a little bit of the problems that my colleague is creating, as he knows how to, but it realigns and retracks quite quickly. So the original image, what it compares to, needs to be small enough that it's not like anything else in the surroundings. So the box got lost. If you tried to do it to that, it'd get lost between the different red points, so that would make it a big problem. So it would just jump through them and you'd never get a reliable distance on the actual item. So it's getting a fairly reliable from our data. As it's moving, it gets large numbers, and then when it starts to stay still, it starts to get better numbers. So the box would have been better for long distances because it's a bigger item, because this one gets lost over smaller. When it gets bigger, further away, as there's less to see, it actually gets lost a lot quicker. So the lighting, it gets lost. The actual speed of its tracking. So if I do it too fast to track something, as you see, it just wanders off like now. And the frame rate that it does it by. So ours changes frame rate depending on how far the system thinks it is. But the further away you go, the more frames you want to take, because you want to make sure that every little movement is correct. But when you're closer up, you want to make sure the frame rate is lower, to make sure that it will take a smaller amount of images, to make sure that the adjustment is a lot less, so you're less frequent, to make sure that it doesn't wander as much as that would happen at a lot further distance. And also this grey mapping, you're comparing everything in grey, so you're not comparing any colours, anything like that. So there's a lot of different colours, that's why it wanders, and so that's a major problem. And trying to get the eyes in the same point and make them sure they're absolutely fixed and compared at the right point is always a little bit of a difficulty, because you never get a true value. Those are the main problems with this system.